Welcome everyone. My name is Jose Chavez from Ready to Rank, and we are here for another episode on Google Business Profile and how to optimize it for best results for local businesses. And once again, I have my favorite friend, Alison Evans from Pinpoint Local to help me discuss on this week's topics. Today, we're going to talk about images, how to optimize them, how to add them, why it's important to add them, and I guess how many images we should add. Alison, do you want to give us a quick introduction on who you are, where you come
Yeah,
from?
yeah, sure. Thanks, Jose. I'm from Pinpoint Local, so I'm the owner of Pinpoint Local. We manage and specialize as expert Google Business Profile services. So that's optimizing your profile for local search terms for your services and products. So, and photos for Google Business Profile, I think is underrated and not spoken about very often. So excited to actually introduce it or give it a bit more, emphasis about uploading photos for your profile and why and what it can
Yeah.
do for you.
Yeah. So there's so many different things that you can do for your profile. We've covered a couple of things like reviews. We've covered how to manage comments. You know what happens when your profile gets banned. Now, images. Like let's talk about the basics. What? How many images
Well,
do we add? Why do
yeah,
we?
really, why, where, all that sort of thing. So, look, Google statistics themselves say that profiles with images, a lot of images, gets about 35% more clicks to their websites.
Wow.
Now, Google Business Profile is a fantastic lead generation to your website. And if you think of it from that point alone, besides all the other benefits that your profile can give you, but for local businesses, it can be so difficult to rank your website because Google does favor directories, high pages, yellow pages, whatever is in your niche, the directories often get ranked on top.
Yeah.
But searchers, consumers can get to your website via your profile because that is shown above all of those. So, and then Google says profiles with images gets 35% more clicks again to their website. So that in itself, and obviously with directions as well, Google statistic is I think it's about 42% increased directions once again with profiles with images.
Wow.
And to give you a tip, when Google is doing something itself, because when you look at a profile, Google will have often 20 plus images or 100 plus or 300 plus images over that image section of the profile. Now, Google is saying something about that.
Mm.
And when Google gives those little hints like that, it's emphasizing that the algorithm considers images as important because it's highlighting. I mean, Google used to actually say how many views you got in the performance data, but that was taken away about several years ago now. But it did indicate that Google was measuring views and it was a metric that it valued. So I think images are an enormous asset to the Google Business Profile and totally underrated.
Well, 35%, that's a massive number.
Massive, massive,
Massive.
easy to increase by
Yeah.
just simply uploading images, nothing more than that. There are a few technical issues and a few things to optimize it even more, but what an easy win. And there's a lot about the Google Business Profile, which are just easy, simple wins if you know about them. And
Yeah.
I think images is one of them. Besides replying to reviews, there's another easy win.
Yeah.
Reviews with images.
Yeah. Now there's a whole, when it comes to, national SEO, there's, a whole range of things that you need to focus on. But in general, if you focus on all the one percenters,
Mm.
bit by bit, you're
Yes.
really adding value to the whole
Yep.
SEO landscape. And like you just said, images is so easy. Like how
Yeah, yeah. It's a no-brainer. I always think, you talk to any accountant or finance about compounding interest. It's
yeah,
only small amounts over
yeah,
time. It's exactly the same.
yeah,
It's compounding.
yeah,
And it's continual and consistent
yeah.
compounding signals to Google directly about your local business.
Mm,
So why not do it? Every business owner, get into and optimize your photos on your profile.
So should I just grab my mobile phone? Should I just take a photo of a random image? What's the process? Like if,
Yep.
most business owners are unaware of how to add images, I mean, or what kind of images to add, like what's the
Yeah.
requirements?
Yeah. So mobile phone is perfect because there is a image size limitation to uploading images. And so those really good professional images are great for your website, but they're not what you really want for a Google Business Profile because the size would be too high. So using your mobile phone is absolutely perfect. And look, your phone has got GPS enabled. So, once again, Google is picking up where you are. You're a plumber out on site in some suburb and there's a video or image being done and uploaded to your profile, or you're in your location, your actual address, and taking photos. So it's another accuracy signal to Google about your profile. And yes, just whip out your mobile phone and take, once again, if you're a service area business, take a before and after. Just one or two, this is a job before if you're painting or if you're a plumber,
Yeah,
I've just done this, just install this, do a voiceover. Video would be fantastic, but just take some images,
yeah,
upload them to the Google Business Profile. If you're location based, every time, every service, every product, during the day, I mean, it's a social interaction on your profile as well. So if you're doing it on Insta, upload it to your Google Business Profile as well.
mhm,
But and videos. I mean, we can get onto that a little bit later, but
yeah,
it's all about consistency and doing it all the time. Just a lot of trade services, they have project management software where they're taking images because of quality control or verification with their clients. You've got a lot of images there about your projects.
yeah,
And often they're stamped with a latitude, longitude, time,
yeah,
date, all that type of metrics, which tells Google, about the legitimacy of your business and how credible you are. So
mhm,
if you've got those images on a project management software, upload them to your Google Business Profile.
yeah,
It's gold. It
yeah.
really is.
So when you talk about consistency, for owners out there, is it once a day? Is it, every second day? Should we just post 10 photos on Monday and then next week do 10 photos on Tuesday? Like, how does
I
it?
mean, it's very difficult to tell, and there's no great studies on, whether this actually helps you to rank or anything like that by doing so many photos per week or whatever like that.
Yeah,
I always say whatever works for you on a consistent basis.
yes,
So whatever is your workflow, or you assign someone within your team to be doing, and that's another great photo is team photos.
yeah,
Google loves if the team is there with their logos and their polo shirts or their branding, and you're
yeah,
taking photos on Teams. That's a fantastic image to upload. So, what works for you, but definitely consistently. If it's one a week, fine. But I would suggest 3 to 6 per week consistently, which
yeah,
really isn't a biggie, to tell you the truth, with mobile phones. It's not that difficult.
mm,
Um, but just backtracking slightly to right at the beginning of your Google Business Profile, once you're verified, the first thing, and most businesses do this, is upload a logo and a cover image
yeah,
of your Google Business Profile. A lot of businesses just do that when they create their profile and do a logo, cover image, and a couple others, and that's all. I've
yeah,
seen that over and over. A profile 4 years old, and there's 6 images there of 4 years ago and
mm,
nothing else.
yeah,
So, but the cover image is a bit contentious because Google does often select an image if your images don't go according to the guidelines of the Google Business Profile. So if it's not clear, if it's not well lit, if it's the wrong size dimension or the file size too low, Google will create their own cover image on your Google Business Profile, and you
yeah,
do not
right.
want that.
Yeah.
because it can be disastrous what Google will show.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've had some clients where Google has shown the laneway at the back of a shop with rubbish bins and a dumpster. And it
No.
was a law firm, and that was their cover image.
No.
So, and what you upload as your cover image, Google may not accept it. So it may put its own. So be mindful that you have the dimensions correct, the file size correct, and name the image. We always do this is put cover image of business name, of location or service areas or products. So you're telling Google about that cover image. And then we usually find Google does select that image if it's well lit,
Yeah.
if it's the right dimensions. So, and the cover image shows up so well on the Google Business Profile. So you want a great cover image to begin with.
Yeah. And
So,
consistency, what you can keep consistent. So I write articles on a weekly basis. And when it comes to SEO, I know that keeping consistent content on your website is key. And it's just the same as your business profile, isn't it? It's
yeah,
just keep it
exactly.
consistent. Whatever you can keep consistent. If it's one a week, it's a two a week, three a week, whatever it is, as long as it's consistent.
That's exactly right. And SEO, all SEO is
Yeah.
about that, is consistent, fresh updates all the time. And with photos on your Google Business Profile, you do want to sort of mix up the type of photos you upload in. So as I said, you want, if you're location based, you want external photos. And you want it at different times of the day. I'll do different days of the week, different angles, or try and get signage on, the front door on, all sorts of different external photos. If you're a service area business, that I call external being your vehicle, particularly if it's got your logo and you've got that wrapping and you've got trade services with all your business name and contact details on your vehicle. Take pictures of your vehicle all over town in all the areas you want your profile to rank in.
Yeah.
Have that vehicle in different ways and showing the tools of trade and things like that. So do external, do internal photos. Once again, if your location, you can, there's Mother's Day just happened. Perhaps you had some Mother's Day, I don't know, front windows or anything else like that, or decoration. Always take internal, different aspects of the internal and with the team members as well.
Yeah.
So, and also another way to do photos is your reviews. If
Oh,
you've
yeah.
got some great Google reviews, you can capture them as JPEGs. And I would always suggest to be JPEG, unless you're using your logo, then use perhaps PNG format.
Yeah.
But as far as file size, JPEG, yeah, you can be creative and Google reviews with they look fantastic with the stars and Google and a bit of content as an
Yeah.
image.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I never thought about doing Google reviews as your images of
Yeah,
your photos.
yeah, yeah. It's another
Awesome.
signal. It's another way to get your images out there as a image,
Yeah.
your reviews as an image rather than just text. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. That's really good. It's a lot of insight there into images. You think it's just so basic and so, not important. But when you think about that 35% number,
Mm,
it's
yep.
you think, well, why isn't every single business owner doing this?
Doing it.
No?
And when Google was releasing the metrics for photo views, um, they were amazing. They
Yeah.
really were. And not that I would say that photo views actually ranks a Google Business Profile. It's hard to test that, and I haven't really seen any stats on that. But I definitely know anecdotally of clients where one we had like 600 photos of all jobs of, yeah, all over Melbourne and everything else like that. And their view rates per month was hundreds for local business.
Wow.
And that was of, the team, the trade with their logos, with their polos actually on site doing the job. And people viewed them all the time. So if you're a local
Wow.
plumber, local electrician, take pictures of you yourself and people will go to the Google Business Profile. They'll scroll through those images
Mm.
Then they'll go to the reviews, read all your reviews. And so hopefully click to call from the profile or click to the website. So it's not just about locations. So everyone should be doing photos.
Wow, you just answered my next question, which was, how many images? Too many. But obviously there's just,
Yeah. Well,
there's
if you're doing new jobs all the time, I mean, service area is probably easier because you're probably out on sites and doing new jobs every single day,
yeah,
as opposed to location. I mean, if you're a cafe or restaurant, often you get user generator content
yeah,
where they're uploading images anyways of their meals, which is fantastic engagement for the profile. It really does signal to Google. But if you're a hairdresser or retail or something, always you have to perhaps be more creative than if because you're always in the same location. So you've got to be creative about, the seasons or whatever occasions are happening that's important for your business.
yeah,
So your services and your products, make photos about all of them. Once again, if you're law or finance, you're going to have to be creative as far as, books, computers. Google doesn't particularly like stock photos.
yes. That's one of my
So they have
questions.
to be, yes, original and authentic.
Yeah. So how, you've got service-based businesses that are on locations and doing multiple different jobs throughout the week, and then you've got an accountant or a lawyer that looks at books and
Yeah,
on the computer. Like how can an accountant, compete in terms of images with someone that provides multiple
yeah.
services?
It is more difficult and you have to be creative. We're pretty good at it,
Yeah.
actually, at creating images for professional services. Um, you use graphics
Yeah.
a lot. As I said, you use the reviews. You can use the text from reviews to create images around that text.
Yeah.
You use what would signal to Google about that business. So, as I said, if you're law, accounting, calculators, books, numbers,
Yeah.
pens, offices, those sort of signals help to explain to Google. And once again, we always name all our image files before uploading to the Google Business Profile and do it in a descriptive way. So we'll always tell Google. I mean, Google can read images if you've ever used Google Vision, which is really interesting to use we've done where we upload an image and just see whether Google, like a dentist, whether Google sees the image as a dentist and a patient
Mm.
or how the algorithm has actually seen the image, and can be quite interesting. The same slightly different images, Google can actually pinpoint that it is a dentist
Wow.
with a child, but there's another image where it doesn't quite get it. So, yeah, got off track there. But it's about using tools of the trade or the service that you think is aligned with it. So it's on brand, on point, and name that image, like, say, accountant in Melbourne doing end of year tax returns.
Yeah.
Describe the image, and it could be of a book, calculators, numbers, a business owner with,
Mm.
stressed out, or
Yeah.
dollar signs and things like that.
Mm.
So,
So my next question is, um, how does someone that is flat out with their work, how do they keep up with these images? Like how are they going to, they just don't have the time.
mm.
What's the solution there?
Well, if you're in business, you're in marketing. And if it's part of marketing.
Mm.
And I think every business owner has to have their marketing cap on a, if not a daily or weekly basis, or else you're not going to have consistent leads, clients, and customers. So the solopreneur, it's very difficult, but often if you're a one person business, you can only do so much business anyway because your limitation is probably yourself. physically. But if you've got a team or you've got a shop or something like that, you need consistent leads, you need consistent consumers. So you've got to market
Yeah.
and you just got to do it. And it's part of your marketing plan, and it's not a great cost to you to do something like this. And for local searchers who are searching for your products or services in your area, this is part of getting them to find you.
Mhm.
And as I always say, if you're not doing it, your competitor down the road will be, if not, they already are doing it. So
Yeah.
it's competitive. So beat your competition.
Mm.
That's why I always say do it consistently and always upload 6 or so photos. If you're doing that every week as a local business owner, your competitor won't be doing that. You
Yeah.
end up winning. You will.
And that's also part of your service, isn't it? You know,
Yes, but
part
that
of
was
your
the
service.
next step
Yeah.
is take on Pinpoint Local and we'll manage it for you. Where we
Yeah.
supply our clients with an app, which is easy to upload, and then we manage it from there. We rename them, we tag them, we
Right.
use them and all that sort of thing. So
Ah,
yeah,
perfect.
yeah,
Perfect. So there you have it. I think we've covered quite a bit when it comes to images, the importance of images, the
yeah.
statistics of the images and how Google views them.
There's
And
only one other thing. Yes, the advanced strategy is video.
yeah,
Is to upload video in the media file. And consumers, when they go to the Google Business Profile and they open up the image section, there's a tab there for videos if you uploaded videos.
yeah,
And seriously, video is gold.
yeah, yeah, I can
And I don't know whether people realize, but Google owns YouTube.
yeah,
Um, you upload shorts to YouTube. You use a YouTube link on your Google Business Profile posts.
yeah,
You use a thumbnail in your Google. It's seriously, you can really max out the SEO and you can pull videos into search, the left-hand side of page 1 of Google. And the Google Business Profile for local search is the right-hand side, but you can pull those videos and images across to Google search. It's
yeah,
powerful SEO, it really
yeah.
is.
Well, video, there's been such massive movement in video in the last year and a half.
Yeah.
So, it certainly makes sense to, add it to your Google Business Profile as something that you must do on top of
Yep.
everything else. So, yeah, that's amazing. I really appreciate your time spent with us once again, Alison. We're going to continue this series. We're going to continue talking about Google Business Profiles, the importance of the profile for local businesses wanting to attract more leads in their local area. We've covered a number of things now. We will have a full version of this on our YouTube channel. So if you're interested in finding out more, please reach out. Alison does have an audit that she does produce for anyone that wants to know more or wants to know if their business profile is optimized. Do you want to quickly run through that once again?
Yeah, and part of that audit is your photos. We actually go into your Google Business Profile, how many photos you got, how long ago. Recency is important. So and then we'll have a look at your competitors. How many photos have they got? If they haven't got many, we say, right, okay, you're going to win this. All
Yeah,
you need to do is upload photos. So I do about a 3 to 4 minute video audit. You just need to put in your business name, phone number, and an email to send it to you. I try and get it out about 48 hours, and I'll give you tips and hints on how you can actually optimize your profile to get it to show for your keywords and your services in your
awesome.
location.
And that's totally free. So
Yep,
anyone that is
absolutely.
listening, there will be a link, there will be a QR code somewhere where you can scan, click, put in your details, and you will get a free audit from Alison and her team. So thank you so much once again, Alison. I appreciate your time here. We look forward to next week's session on how we can help business owners leverage Google Business Profiles. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Cheers.
Awesome. Thank you. See you later.